Corpsepaint Show, we say elevate your life. Elevate your life, Labretta. By going underground, and by that we mean support independent art, support independent music, and support independent movies.
Yeah, of course.
And in that vein, we've got Labretta Suede and Johnny Moondog from Labretta Suede and the Motel 6. You're playing tonight in the entertainment capital of Texas, Deep Ellum.
We are indeed.
And you hit stage, I don't know, 9, 10 or something like that? So
I think we're on probably about 10:30 this evening.
So doors at 8.
Spot.
And this, yeah, 3 Links on Elm Street in Deep Ellum.
It's our home here. We've played a few shows and
Good.
3 Links in Deep Ellum. We've reopened some places back in the day, like July Alley, which was closed for a long time. I think we had to remove a bathtub from the stage before we played.
You're going to be surprised again at Deep Ellum.
Oh, you got some bathtubs up there?
We got bathtubs. we got little scooters now. We've got a lot of new places opening, and a coffee shop's going to open across the street from 3 Links in about a month. And there's
so
other
people with
good
money are coming and taking over.
Yeah.
Oh, where do
But
these people
we
come
have
from?
to keep Labretta playing, and that means independent art. Look, last time, or maybe it was the time before, you were here in Dallas. I think your purse got stolen.
Oh yeah,
temporarily.
Wow. That was an amazing story.
So I wanted to apologize for doing that. And so I've got a gift for you. If you don't mind, can we start this off with a gift?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
You told me you were fans of the Mummies.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping you don't have this on vinyl because I ordered it for you.
Oh.
And too kind. Thanks, Satan.
You're welcome. This is. Tell me if you have this.
Oh my God, no, I don't. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh.
That is. Now, so we're all fans of the Mummies.
We are indeed.
And what are they? Surf punk? You've toured with them.
We have. We've played with them in New Zealand. We did a couple of shows with them in New Zealand. We also just recently played with them last month at Shock Festival in Belgium. Yeah. So they're always amazing. I don't know how they wear those ridiculous outfits in like 1,000,000,000 degrees heat.
Because they're professionals.
They are indeed.
Undead professionals.
They are undead professionals.
Fear of each and every one of them.
Now, if you don't mind, pull that poster out of the back. No, the other side.
On the side. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Now this is a special New Zealand poster for you guys. That was their release called Rockin' and Reelin' in New Zealand.
Yeah, amazing.
So we put that up in your studio or your room or somewhere.
Yes. Yum.
Kind.
That's
Thank you
very
much.
kind. Thank you so
What's
much.
going into the
That's
archives?
very, very sweet.
That is kind of special, that one.
That's
It is,
incredible.
yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, thank you.
Of being
So you remember their live New Zealand release?
We do. We have a copy of that. Johnny actually played with the Cramps. He supported them back in the day and one of his
Back in
bands.
the 1990 on the Stay Sick tour, back in New Zealand with one of my old bands. It was
No kidding.
very humbling experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always a great live show, the Cramps,
Right.
And your band was great. It was called Honey Love.
Honey Love.
And
Yeah, like a speed pop trash glam band,
I love all those.
Yeah.
it was fun.
fantastic.
It was a great band.
Yes.
I actually did a cover of one of your songs when I was at high school. That's how much of a fan I was of Honey Love, and hadn't realized this was the same human that I, had approached to join the band.
So one of your first songs that you sang kind of as a performer was in high school?
Yeah, I mean, I actually started off as a drummer. So
I like this.
I was a drummer from
Now this is
a very
all
young age.
This is all in New Zealand.
All in New Zealand,
Yeah.
that's right. So started off as a drummer. I actually strangely learnt opera singing, which kind of fucked my voice for a really, really long time because it took away all that yummy low end that we love so much,
Right.
and all the cracks and the pops. So it took me a while to actually regain my own register, but it did teach me how to sort of use my voice. And on this tour, which has been almost 3 months long, I haven't lost my voice
Not
yet.
yet.
So.
So it kind of taught you how to protect your voice.
It did, yeah, that's right. How to
Gotcha.
use it as a proper organ.
Are you guys like me in that you don't crave perfection in everything?
Oh no, we do not crave it. You've seen our album covers,
Look at
right?
these
Like, yeah, no, I'm totally photoshopped in this. Like, No.
Well, hold that up again. All right, so this is the new CD. It's called Bait, and I like that a lot. And it's Labretta Suede and Motel 6, and you were telling me about the photo and everything. So
it's a really good mix of some of the music that we actually recorded here in New York with Matt Verderay.
Yeah.
And then we also recorded some music in New Zealand as well. You probably heard of the Finn brothers. They're quite well known in the world.
Yes.
They have a studio called Roundhead, and we were lucky enough to go in there and record to tape. So that was pretty cool. And like we often record it in New York with Matt Verderay also to tape. So we like all our snaps and our crackles.
Now you live in the States.
We lived in New York for 7 years. We've been back in New Zealand now for 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
Our last tour through the US was
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And this time we've actually got Johnny Moondog's baby brother, Ronnie Moondog, on bass.
We got
your
little brother Ronnie on bass. He's doing a good job to get him off the farm.
Yeah.
Back home. And,
Literally.
Showing the wide world. And he's loving every minute of it. So
bass is important in your band.
Oh, it's very important. It's actually very hard to find someone to fill that position. Max did an incredibly good job, as you know, as a performer and as a bass player. Our original bass player, JL, he's still with us in New Zealand. He just couldn't make this tour.
I like Max.
Oh yeah, Max is
Everybody likes Max.
It's Max.
He's a show.
He is a show.
By himself.
Yeah, he is. He is, and he's still performing with his band, The Other Men, and we played with them in Brooklyn just the other week.
Oh, great band. Yeah.
And we got him to come up and do a couple of numbers with us, which was excellent. He's still not gone. He's just, he's doing his thing.
He's just busy.
How long is the tour?
It's been 2.5 months. By the end of it, it'll be 3 months.
Okay.
So it was very back-to-back through Europe. Driving, flying, getting to countries, performing, pretty exhausting, and I think Europe was having one of its hottest summers yet on record.
Oh yeah, I think I saw something about that.
Little goth mama found that a little bit difficult to deal with. Just a little, just passing out in
They've been wearing your leather jacket, which I like that. You're a goth mama.
Yeah.
You said you've played a few festivals too.
We have. We played one called Muddy Roots, which started here in the States and has now branched into a Europe sector, and I think that's been going now for maybe 6 or 7 years in Europe now.
Mostly gutterbilly sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, gutterbilly.
Yeah,
a lot of banjos,
quite different.
A lot of double basses. So when you plug in an electric guitar and turn the distortion up, people kind of freak out, and there was a big mosh, and it was lovely.
We were very late, actually. We were driving from Berlin to some very unusual part of Belgium, Oostkamp. And it took us a little bit longer than we thought because it was raining and our window wipers stopped working. So Johnny did a very good job of driving through 7 hours of rain.
On the Autobahn.
On the Autobahn.
Oh my God.
Which is a little bit
Way
like
to go, Johnny.
driving through
fun.
pointillism.
It drives you crazy.
It was an adventure. It was
coming
an
at you.
adventure. It was like having good acid, but you're just driving a van.
Yes.
So we were about 3 hours late for our set, but they allowed us to go on, and we literally rolled out of the van. No time to get ready. I think Ronnie was in his bare feet, just go. So we did a hour set in about 35 minutes. So I think it was like the punkiest, fastest thing we'd ever done. It was just like little Ratty Ramone there. It was fast.
So we did an hour set. We played it in 35 minutes.
That's right. Yeah. And the crowd loved it. It was the first time I think they'd ever had a mosh at Muddy Roots. So there you go.
Good.
Yeah.
And there was not a lot of women in that bill. So
There was not?
No. So it was nice to be a
We
female
need more
musician.
women, don't we?
We do,
At
just-
festivals in all bands.
Just
Yeah,
in general,
definitely,
and I think
general.
it's I think if you ask anyone in my band, I think they've performed a lot with men, and it does change the dynamic having a woman in the band, and possibly makes things a little goofier and a bit more fun. Just break up that testosterone.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, and you can get the crowd moshing as well as any dude.
Oh yeah, of course. I've actually refused to play any of those sort of we're doing this all girl thing, and I'm like, that's great, but I would rather be an equalist. And
Right, yeah, it's a little bit too much pandering.
I just I don't know. I
music
still
should
brush my
stand
teeth in the morning. I still do everything that a male does. Well, maybe men don't brush their teeth.
Yeah, the music should just stand on this, eh?
No, but that's good because it means you're working together.
Yeah, and the music should stand on its own no matter who you are.
Yeah, so, you know, like, it's great to see other women out there, but I'm not so interested in being a part of like a whole femme collective lineup, you know. I just want them to be peppered in there and be respected for the musicians that they are.
Right, right. Well, it should be about the music and not about, you know, okay, well, this is, you know, we only have, I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree.
So speaking of women, let's do a quick shout out to Janie Slash.
I know,
who
we
we
miss
met.
you.
She's at World of Wonders performing upside down with her straight jacket.
She is Houdini.
Yes.
She is
Beautiful.
reborn Houdini.
She actually left to join the circus, but she
finally
will
did
be
it.
back.
Where else would you go from here?
Right.
Right? Like, you leave these four walls, and where do you go? To the circus.
You want to go to the circus?
Yeah.
You want to go to the circus?
What's that, ready? Yeah, you got left behind.
That's
Oh, Ramon.
That's Ramon.
Ramon.
Yeah, you can call him Johnny or Joey.
Right.
That's a Ramon.
That is a Ramon.
Yes.
He's my little New York pal.
When you were in New York, now this must have been all right. So, did you ever see the Ramones?
I have not seen the Ramones live, no. Well, we know Mickey and we know Marky, you know, so we've watched Marky perform a few times with his Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, actually.
Yes, they
this lineup in particular with the Spanish guys and everything, with Inca, like it's incredible. You know, it's a really powerful show. We were a big fan of Uncle Monk, which was Tommy's
bluegrass
act. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he was doing bluegrass and
before he
just was
passed,
really
with his
good.
wife. So that was a very cool act. But yeah, we know Mickey Lee pretty well, and we know several people around that, and wives and what have you. So
Very good.
yeah, and you can't not when you live in New York. You know,
Right.
you just these people are still around and coming to shows miraculously enough. You know, it's an amazing community
The
actually.
neighborhood.
It is. It's the hood.
Right.
Neighborhood.
And I got to say, this is one thing I do love about Americans is that you, to the end of time, you still appreciate and love your subcultures, and you'll carry on going till you're 70 or 80 to see bands and new bands, and we've always felt really, really welcomed here in the States, more so than probably back home.
And we were talking earlier. I think you understand our show.
Yes.
That's what we're about. Labretta, I don't like the mainstream.
Nobody likes
We're
the
going to look right in that
mainstream.
camera and say that.
Nobody
We
likes the mainstream.
Don't like, we go
Don't want-
off-road. We go off-road.
Yeah.
And we celebrate bands like yours. You're there performing barefoot and going crazy on
awesome.
stage. This
I
is
had to listen to the radio on the way here because my brother drove me. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, well, her feet do suffer from being barefoot. She's always picking glass out with tweezers after the show. They got burnt off at Shock Festival because they blistered
so
up from the
hot.
sun.
Oh yeah.
And always
said to break 'em
bruised and
back in.
broken, but you know, it's part of it.
Yeah, it is part of it. I put
Makes you
100%
fiercer.
into it, and you know, we've played very large audiences, we've played very small audiences, and we always put 100% into it. And our
do.
shows are always very different because we like to keep it loose and wild. I don't want it to be too polished.
Right.
That's important, though. If you're
Not
going to go to a
predictable.
show, you want to have an experience.
Well, I want to
and you're
enjoy it
putting
too.
Yep.
You know, and if I'm not enjoying it, then you're not enjoying it.
Of
And if
course.
I'm going through the motions, then you know that. You know that.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening most of the
No,
time.
it's quite disorientating.
Right.
I think I saw a video of you and one of the band members, maybe it was a different bass player, was just kind of like, he was almost like staring at you, Labretta, like, what is she doing now?
Like, what the fuck?
Our singer is doing that.
Oh, we always have to keep an eye on
Oh
it.
yeah, and musically I tangent off, and they're like, whoa,
Yeah.
hang on, wait, we gotta go do this over here now. She's run away. Something's going
Always
on.
watching for cues.
Yeah.
That's fun, though. You got to keep them on their toes.
Oh yeah. You know.
You never know where she'll pop up. On the bar, behind the drummer,
That's right.
in the audience.
Out on the street.
Yeah. Someone's underwear.
So can we please call it settled that you won't be angry at Dallas anymore?
Oh,
for
we
the
were
incident with the
never
purse.
we were
Okay.
never angry at Dallas
Oh, no, it
because
was
the
just
whole
another-
situation was quite amazing. I'll regale it quite quickly if I can.
I was gonna say I want to know because I
we
have
had
no
played
idea
a
what you're
few
talking
shows,
about.
and like we were playing. It was a place called the Bone, and it was like a sort of mid-afternoon show. And this place hadn't had a show like music there for quite some time, I don't think. But we'd managed to sort of wangle this idea that it would be great. Let's do this matinee show and whatever. And this drag queen had sort of turned up, and she seemed to really want to get on stage and get to know me and what have you. And before long, I looked down and my purse was gone. And I was like, oh, guys, have you seen my purse? And you're like, oh, you're always leaving it somewhere. I was like, no, right here. And then someone said, Labretta, the drag queen's just run out the door with it. And I was like, oh, it's got our car keys, all our money, everything in there. I've since learnt not to do that. And she just disappeared. And we're all straight off stage. Max is wearing his high heels. Jerry's dripping with sweat. We're all running around trying to look for this, woman out there in the ether. And Max spots her in a biker bar across the road, and the purse is on the bar, and she's sort of dancing around it, parading that she's got this new prize. But I don't think she'd ever opened it.
Souvenir. She wanted something.
Yeah, maybe.
It was a very
And,
nice purse.
and
It's
Max had
hilarious.
sort
She
of
was
like
at Reno's, right?
tapped her on the
Yep.
shoulder
Okay.
and turned her around, and I think he might have hit her. I don't know what happened. And the bikers went nuts because they're like, oh my God, a dude just hit a chick. And then they all spread out and everyone goes outside, and then Max is in woman's underwear and big red sparkly heels and high, and then they realize that she's not exactly a she, and they were like, hang on, this is just getting too confusing.
There's a lot going on.
And then all our punk friends wanted to chase her down the street, and I was like, it's good, I've got it back now. And from nowhere she pulls out a big massive knife. And I was like, you're wearing less than I am. Where did that come
Where
from?
did the knife come
It's
from?
really impressive, actually.
So
I mean, I
was
wouldn't
like,
even be
everyone,
mad.
Back away. No one needs this. This is good.
Yeah, you got
we
your purse
have
back.
the purse back.
Everything's
She
fine.
actually never touched anything. So
I'm not going to file charges.
no.
We just wanted to sort of get
Um,
away from the situation
yeah,
as
we were
cleanly and effectively as possible.
but it
This
was
is
very
not
dramatic.
normal. This is not normal for
This
Deep
is how
Ellum.
Dallas welcomes their outsiders, and then you become family.
Yeah,
they
y'all are-
have to test you just a little bit.
Y'all are going to be very, very surprised at how it is now, because it is pretty calm.
We actually did go for a drive
Yeah, you
through
did.
Deep Ellum today,
It's
and I was
tasty.
quite shocked. I was like, oh wow.
The barbecue smelt good.
Yeah,
down
the
there.
barbecue did smell good, but
Yeah.
it's very clean. There's not a lot of grip left in there, so we
it's
might have to lather it up a little
Yes,
this
we
You
evening.
should, please.
Yeah.
The artists made that neighborhood.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember the first time we came through would have been 08, 09, and
Mm-hmm.
looking at all the poles with all the nails down it from all the shows.
I know, they don't allow that
previous
anymore, I don't
shows.
think,
Yeah,
even.
it's
Like, they
crazy.
take them
And
down.
we started to understand more and more about the history and how important, Deep Ellum has been to
To the music.
Dallas and Texas and American music, So, obviously we wanted to be a part of that the same way we feel the same way about New York or Kansas or, a lot of the places that we play.
I'm sure
and
everyone
LA
has their
too,
own
so,
spaces that is important to them, where music has come
Yes.
from.
yeah, that's right.
If there's an abandoned community, it's the artists that move in first.
That's
They
right.
help develop it.
Make it interesting.
Make it interesting.
Then the hipsters move in.
The hips-
And then the really rich people move in.
Which
And
is, you don't want that.
how are there so many young 20-year-olds with gold cards that seem to have a gazillion of dollars? And they're all over the world. And
Are
it's
they?
very strange.
It's not just here.
No, it's not. It's back home. It's
Everywhere.
Europe. It's everywhere. And I'm like, well, I'm so skinny from performing and busting my ass to do this and keep subculture alive and be a part of something I believe in. And these guys are these little rich fat cats at 22. And I'm like, how did we go so wrong in all of this? And or right, or, it's all a bit strange.
You're like us. You'd rather spend time at a bar that has $4 beers than go. There's one in Deep Ellum now where it's bottle service and you have to pay $1,000. Yes.
Are you serious?
I have.
And they open at like midnight, and they're only open, and it's just all the rich hipsters who
But then it's not even.
But
the
it's made it
hipsters. See,
dangerous,
Not
we,
hipsters,
we,
the
we
rich.
used
For
to
Deep
we
Ellum,
used to
'cause
sort
they're
of
not even,
mock
like,
the
looking
hipsters,
out
but
for
not
Yeah.
But I,
Yeah,
I grew up
They get
with like
messy
skinheads that
and,
would beat us up, or they were actually terrifying.
Yeah.
So the hipsters are not terrifying. They actually went back to like early crafts like bread making and brewing and all
Hipster
of that's
bread.
cool, you know, but it's great, it's fine. And like we mocked them a little bit, but I now lament the fact that there's not enough hipsters around because now you've just got rich assholes everywhere.
Yeah,
and
that's the
they're
word.
even weirder. And they wear pink shorts
Fuck them.
and
Yeah.
horrible footwear.
we call them bros.
It's offensive.
Not really
Oh my
a fan
god!
of the bros.
And when you see a group of guys that are in that, they all dress the same.
I know. And I'm like, when did everyone
And they're
want to do that?
disrespectful.
When did everyone want to like look so samey?
So be careful, by the way. Yeah, we've had a lot
they
of
bite?
grabby people hanging out around Deep
sleazy
Ellum.
grabby.
So
Get him, Ramon.
yeah.
Yeah.
As a heads up. Probably not at, you know.
Hey, fun fact.
Fun
Fun
fact?
fact. Fun fact. Yes. Can we do it one more time? Fun fact. Fun fact. Thank you, Ramon. He's actually saying fun fact. Is that the bone is now called Wits End, and it is frankly our favorite.
It's our favorite place.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's still kept
Yes.
in the family.
Oh, yes, and they have
That's
gigs
great.
there all the time.
Oh, that's great to know.
I was there 5 hours last night.
Maybe
seeing
we need
four
to do a
bands.
sneaky two-piece show or something if we
What
can
you-
sneak something
Good,
in
yes.
tomorrow.
We know the owners.
Oh, we could do that.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, we'd love to do that.
Actually, wait.
Let me see what I can
One
do.
of them is watching, by the way. I see that you're watching, so
Okay,
maybe contact Satan, please.
Can you, yeah, contact me, and let's talk about
Satan's
tomorrow
so
night.
helpful.
Tomorrow night at Wits End, formerly The Bone, and then you can really relive the past.
Oh, yeah, that'd be amazing.
No purse snatching, though,
Wait,
Satan.
yeah.
Okay,
Only if it's you, honey.
just temporarily.
Satan just took my purse.
Here's the neat thing. Here's the neat thing about that location. They have a great rooftop. Look at you. They have a great
I was a
rooftop.
baby then.
Open rooftop.
Oh,
with
Oh.
a sexy view of downtown Dallas.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, so you could play either downstairs or upstairs, maybe.
Oh, that's
cool.
a nice
Rooftop
idea.
sounds nice.
Rooftop sounds good. I want to get up there and sweat.
You're playing in LA.
Yes, we are.
Is that like this week also?
It is. We arrive and play Wednesday, the 15th. We're playing as a two-piece, actually. We do a little, I sit down and play the drums and sing. It's a slightly different set to this. It's its own
Oh
new
my god,
thing.
that sounds
Hold on.
so ridiculously complex.
It is.
Okay, we're gonna do the scratch back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You sit down and what? Play bongos?
No, I play a
The
full drum
the
kit
full kit. Okay.
and sing at the same time while you howl and play
I do
guitar.
what I usually do.
But it's it's funny. I
It's
feel
a
like
different set.
It is
totally
a
different
Sure,
songs.
sure.
Right, right.
everyone in New Zealand, I think a lot of women find my performance a bit confrontational, maybe in New Zealand, or a little too much. And I think they prefer me sitting down, and they're like, "Oh, she is talented," or I'm not
Oh,
sure
what,
what's
does
going
he have
on
to be
in their
playing an
head, but I feel like
instrument?
they
That's
prefer
ridiculous.
that.
They'd
you
rather
know?
see you sitting down,
Yes.
behaving yourself.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, 'cause you can't like run around and be like, you know,
Fuck that.
too crazy. That's ridiculous. I am in
However-
full support of you being as crazy as you want to be. That
But
is
I enjoy
Yeah.
both
mostly
aspects of
legal.
it, so it's
Yeah.
fine, you know.
She's a great drummer. It's really
Oh,
good
yeah.
to play guitar too because it breathes nice. She's got a good sparse technique.
Nice.
And really rides the toms heavy, so it's really good to play.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of trashy rock and roll too. It just fits really well.
It's a lot
Trashy
of
rock.
yeah,
Greasy,
Yeah.
sleazy,
Noisy.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, that just cracks the speakers and there's just,
Yeah.
it hurts your ears, everything.
That's right.
That's
It's
the
good,
good
eh?
stuff.
Yes.
Gets
The
right
good
in.
stuff.
Gets me excited. We were talking about LA, I'm sorry.
No. So we're playing Long Beach. We play Alex's Bar this Wednesday. Then we play Echo Park Festival.
Echo Park.
We've actually got a really good, I think we're one of the closing acts on that, which is pretty impressive.
That is good.
Again, as a two-piece, and that's on the 19th. And then we play
Redwood Bar.
which has been home for us for a while in downtown LA. And that's on the 21st. So, and then...
Okay. I'm gonna be there for a minute.
Yeah, it'll come
That's
in
good
there.
though. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can hit a lot of different types of shows.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah,
Which is
it's
awesome.
good. So we
Which is good.
touch a
little
few
bit of
different
everywhere.
subculture points all over the place, which
So
is
Yeah,
in
it's
New
a big
York.
city.
Think about this. New York, LA, Corpsepaint show right in the middle.
yeah, right in the middle.
Right, sandwiched
We
in
came
there.
just for this, you know that, right?
And Scott Bass.
And Scott.
All right. So when it's a two-piece, is there a different name for the band?
Well, it's kind of weird, like
It's just called Labretta Suede and Johnny Moondog.
It's the two-piece pack.
Totally
Is
fine.
what we
Two-piece
call
pack.
it.
Totally fine.
But we have to ram in both our names so
It's the
people know
longest
what
name for the smallest band.
It is. Like we
ever
thought,
exist.
in case you thought Labretta Suede and the Motel 6 wasn't long enough, now it's Labretta Suede and Johnny Moondog two-piece pack.
Yeah.
So it fills up a whole poster.
Yeah.
At Whitsun now they have the sign out front, the marquee.
Yes.
And they have to put the letters in there. So I don't know if that would actually fit.
Yeah.
Not enough
Or
letters.
just two-piece pack.
Yeah, you could just abbreviate it.
I think
You just
Labretta
do secret
and
show.
Moondog, they have too many letters in there. We
Yeah,
drop
yeah,
a
we
few
like
of those
it.
vowels or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Labretta and dog.
I'll buy a vowel.
You buy a vowel? We need a few consonants in there too.
So good. It's so good to have you back in Texas and back in America.
Oh, it feels
cheers.
amazing,
We
and
love
I
it,
never
yeah.
want to leave Dallas. We love Dallas.
Do you feel embraced by our country?
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
very much
We thought it'd be a
so.
lot harder when we moved here, but we first got to New York, we played a few good shows, and then we thought, well, this is easy. But then it got
Oh,
hard.
then Mother New York came down.
Oh, the storm?
Just as a
living,
city.
Just living there and getting
She's a
by day to
hard
day.
city.
I could
A bad day
imagine.
there is like, a decade of pain all in one day. It can be harsh. She
No,
can
like
be
you
a
start
very
the day
harsh
out wrong,
mistress.
then it just
Yeah, just nosedives.
But at the same time, you're embraced by amazing people like yourselves who contribute to subculture and keep it going, and you look very young and beautiful. So it's extending out. The tentacles are extending to the young,
Yes.
and we're sucking
gotta
you
bring-
all
you gotta
in
bring the
still.
young in.
So it's a nice thing. And actually, Dallas is one of the only places that I see, particularly in our audience, more and more young people every time we come through, dressed
We've
up
done,
in the
That's
front,
good.
enjoying themselves.
Usually when we come through here, we've been playing the Mods versus Rockers motorcycle show, and from that, then we've built on like the venue gigs. So that's always a really good party.
Yeah,
motorcycle
the
shows.
motorcycle show, yeah, like the Rockers versus Mods. But yeah, a different scene again. You've got sort of like older people that can afford bikes and
Yes.
all that sort of stuff.
And their
Whereas,
fancy cars.
yeah, that's exactly right. And we do a lot of car scene. Used to play. We still play one called Greaserama, which is in Kansas, which is one of our favorites, and that gets completely insane.
Everybody brings their moonshine on.
Yeah,
Moonshine
There's a lot of
contest.
moonshine in Kansas.
I think we were sort of judges by proxy. One of those. It was an interesting day.
Judges by proxy.
Yeah. Hey, Labretta, I just made this apple pie stuff. You gotta try it.
This one is the best right here.
Oh, but that's the kind of stuff that's the more dangerous when it's like a little bit sweeter.
Yeah,
It's a bit easy to go down. That's
Yeah.
right.
that
You
apple
got
pie
it.
can get away on you.
Oh, she
Exactly.
can.
Now we
Always
know in a
does.
little bit here you've got to take off. We understand to get all prepped and ready for tonight at 3 Links Deep Elm, Dallas,
You got
Texas.
it.
Doors
Come
at
on down.
8. Please, you want to see a wild show, a greasy show, an unpredictable show, a crazy show with this one and Johnny Moondog?
Can I take this one?
Yes, you can. Yes. Just toss it out to me, tonight from the stage
This
at the
guy's
end of
going
the
to
show.
be hanging out on
Yeah.
stage, I think.
Heck yeah, just put them there.
And should we do this giveaway?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about giveaway, Johnny. But we want to see exactly what it is yet.
Yeah,
What do
they
you
brought a
want
lot
to
of
give
awesome
away?
So
stuff.
we'll give away this one first.
This is the new 12-inch we've just had pressed right here in Dallas, right?
We did. So this was released in, I think, 2011 in a CD form, and we got a lot of pressure for people that were vinyl junkies. So we re-released it for this tour, and we got it done here at Hand Drawn Records,
Hand-Drawn.
right here in Dallas.
So I think Ziggy's got an image of that cover and or the back. So hold it up one more time there, Johnny.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to get a vinyl. To get
Dirty
a vinyl
and
done.
Dumb.
Yeah, dirty and dumb.
Dirty and Dumb. That's Labretta on her old
that's
style
amazing.
television set.
It is.
You're-
This is what
you're
you do to
singing-
TV.
She's getting a suntan, right?
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
then on the
11
back-
tracks.
Yeah, and that's on the inside of the record.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's on the CD. That's a gatefold. But
Yeah.
we couldn't afford to do a
We couldn't
gatefold
afford to
for
do
that, so-
gatefold. These are the trials and tribulations of
But
being
you
a
should be
self-funded
happy.
band.
Yeah, but you should be happy to have a vinyl. Period. I mean, that's everyone's
do.
dream to have a
Yeah.
vinyl.
And then
we got
this
the,
one was
little 7-inch here
That one is
in full.
It's called In Full, and it's got the nice ass on it. Labretta,
With
that's
the
you, right?
beads.
That
The
is.
beautiful
this
butt
was in
with the
our
beads.
backyard actually,
Lovely.
and was released by One Car Garage,
Look at that.
which Dave Rummel and One Car Garage are based out of Dallas as well. So we have a big affinity with Dallas and vinyl, so it seems. And so this was done at hand-drawn before it was hand-drawn. I think it was called A&R Records.
Okay.
So hand-drawn had bought A&R Press out.
That fish in the background is actually a ruby.
It is a ruby.
We didn't catch that. We bought it from a market.
It was in Onehunga, where we rehearse in New Zealand. It's a beautiful old fishing wharf with that bait, and we used to drive past it all the time, and we're like,
We're going to do something
we
with that.
have to own that somehow in our world. It's just ridiculous.
And now it's gone. So
It has gone.
Oh my
forever in
gosh.
posterity, that right there.
And
I'm glad
lots
that
of
you
truck
did it when you
drivers
did.
driving past, tooting. It was a very cold day. I don't look very impressed.
She's doing well. Yeah.
But you got it. So
Okay, Ziggy, hold that. I just like this image right here. You guys look good.
Oh,
look at
look,
you.
there you
Look
go.
at you.
Well, right now.
And yeah, right there.
Well,
And,
I had a wash today.
Yeah, we did clean today.
and we've got the fish.
Tough call on tour
You got the
sometimes.
fish right there.
We've got all of us smiling, and then we got your poster there.
Aw, yeah, thank you, Kaya, and thanks, Scott,
Great
for
visuals as
always
always.
brilliant imagery that go along with brilliant shows at
You know
Three
Kaya.
Links.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're very thankful to those two. They're keeping it going.
Yes,
They really
Three
are.
Links.
it's important to keep that going, especially with the changing landscape.
Oh,
Ellen.
yes. Yeah, we noticed that.
Yes,
We're like,
I'm sure you did.
So how do we
Yeah.
do the giveaway then?
If you come to the show tonight and tap Satan on the shoulder here, he'll give you a copy of this. So.
that's right.
That's how
And
they
can we
work.
do one through maybe your website?
Sure.
Is that a good idea?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you guys, is
Corpsepaint.net.
it best to email or something like that?
Email
So should
Email
we
Satan.
give this one away via email?
the 7-inch in full.
Mm-hmm.
If you email me at stiltdemon@gmail.com and tell us that you love Labretta Suede and the Motel 6
There you go.
and why you love them.
Oh, he's not going to make it easy for you.
2 questions, you get 2 products.
Oh, look,
Look
there
at
you
that. You get
go.
the CD as well. Then,
Bumper
and
crop.
provide your address. I will ship those to you. I will send them out. So the email is stiltdemon@gmail.com. But if you're at the show tonight, which we highly encourage, they're not in town much.
No, we're not.
It'll
We're
be a
trying
while
to
before
A lot of
every
traveling.
couple of years, but we'll see how we go.
Then tap me on the shoulder for the 12-inch. Right?
Yep,
That's right,
That's the
yeah.
one.
That's cool.
Excellent.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
He's so lovely. He's like our baby. We couldn't have produced anything more beautiful,
He's got a lot
really.
going on. He must have a sore head.
I know. Or it could be very relieving.
Oh.
Okay, baby.
So
Leave that pressure.
the Still Demon
tripping.
email is in the chat room.
Good. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, quick shout out to our website, which is CorpsePaint.net, and you can always stay up with what we're doing and what guests we have coming. And we created a nice poster for you.
Yeah.
The company that did that is Little Spark Films.
Great.
They're
That was
graphic.
gorgeous.
That's
you.
her.
Oh, so
That was my husband.
talented.
That was Joe.
Yeah.
That was my
Great.
husband. I didn't do that.
Lovely.
That's excellent. No, I know you've had a few of our friends. I saw that you had the Darts.
The Dark.
And we just recently played with those guys at Shock
Great
Festival.
band, yeah.
And
Love
it was so lovely to meet some other females on the road, and fantastic band. Like,
Yes.
that
Yeah, they
drummer's
were
off the
awesome.
chain. She's really good. And then I feel like, who else have you
Was
had
it
on?
Death Valley Girls?
Yes, Death Valley Girls. We know those guys too.
Love 'em.
And then, of course, Marky. You guys had
Marky.
Marky Ramone.
Talk to Marky.
Yeah, yep. He's always funny. Very
Yes.
dry. Very droll.
He is a bit. Yes. He told me in advance, like, don't mention this. Don't mention that. We'll talk about all this.
Okay.
I love all of his new music, his
Yeah,
solo music.
yeah, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Well, he's still going, and
Oh,
he's
yes.
as close as you're going to get to an original, really, aren't you? You know, CJ's still out there performing.
Yes,
you know, but yeah.
We appreciate you guys so much. Hey, this is another band I want to introduce you to.
Okay, Vicky
it's
Vortex.
Vicky Vortex and the Cum Shots.
Oh,
Oh,
great name.
good name, great T-shirt. Look at
Yeah,
that.
cool design. Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
lovely.
So, check them out too.
Will
They
do.
were a guest. They are actually based in France.
Oh, very
They're
cool. We've
English.
just come through Europe, so we have to look them up the next time we go through.
We want to say thank you so much, right, Catalina?
Thank you.
for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys so
Thank you for
much.
having
Need
us.
to like
It's,
get in your headspace
it's
for
a lot
your
of
show.
fun. And I like all our
Yes.
friends here.
I know. Thanks for inviting all our favorites.
Tonight, Tonight, this is Sunday. Tonight, August 12th, at 3 Links in Deep Ellum. Right? Look, we're going to will them here. Work your voodoo. Get the mojo.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta,
And you get that
gotta-
sweet ass vinyl if you talk to Satan.
There you go.
Sweet ass vinyl.
Sweet ass.
I
Vinyl is
always
very
like to talk
important.
to Satan.
With only
Particularly
with
on a
only duct
Sunday.
tape over her nipples on the cover.
Yeah, it's
Vinyl.
Satan Sunday, by the way.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
Satan
seriously.
Sunday. So, you know, what else would you be doing other than going to a Labretta Suede to the Motel 6 show? And I hear we're playing with some locals who are
Sea
pretty-
Lion.
Sea Lion.
They're
are
fantastic.
Pretty impressive.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I look forward to seeing
them.
them because we haven't actually seen their show before. So that it's going to be good. We
Thank
like
you
that.
guys so much, man. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take you out with a cool video, one of yours. And I'm not sure which one, but they're all good.
I believe it's in full.
Oh, there we go. This was recorded at Radio New Zealand, I think.
I
Maybe.
like Mean Mouth Mama, too. Are you going to sing that tonight?
Yeah.
We'll be doing that tonight.
We'll bust out the hits for you, Satan. Satan loves his hits, people, by the way, you know. Satan's Greatest Hits album. Can you do one of
Yes,
those?
we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You
that'd be
should
good.
do that. That would
Yeah,
be awesome.
that's good.
And we'll put-
Volumes, you know,
Yeah.
We'll
one
put
to
of theirs
eternity.
on,
Yeah.
One of yours on. Put one of the darts on. We
Great
just have to get
idea.
permission from everybody.
Yeah, then you can do your volumes 1 to eternity or whatever, you know. Like,
Volume
Well, yeah.
666.
oh, yeah, gotta be in that one.
That would be the ultimate.
So adios. We'll see you guys, and we're gonna go to your video now. Look, you can see them live and in person at 3
You
Links
can.
tonight in the heart of
3
Dallas.
Links. Please come.
See you tonight.
I gotta have it in full. Well, you make me shiver around swell. Oh, St. Peter's down, St. C. Northern, yeah. Oh, how you never was so blind. And when I sleep sound, it leaves a stain. Oh, anxiety, insomnia, anorexia, paranoia, nausea, jealousy. Ooh, I gotta have it in full. Oh, come on, release me from this game. I get spell, eating at my brain. Intimidation, interrogation, asphyxiation, interrogation. Ooh, I gotta have it. I'm alive. Oh, I'm dead. I gotta have it in full. Oh, tell me, why you showing up around town? And there's no way of slowing you down. Ooh, frustration, caffeine, hallucination, cocaine, a migraine, sleeping pill, a jackhammer to my brain. I'm awake. Oh, I'm a saloon. I gotta have it. It's all spinning around my head. It's all you, baby. It's all killing me till I'm dead. It's all you, baby. Can't get you out of my mind. It's all you, baby. It's like old dead ground. I'm awake. Oh, I'm dead. I gotta have it in full. 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 Over you. I gotta have it in full. Over you.
Wow.
Aren't they great?
That was really awesome.
Johnny
I love her
Moondog.
voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Powerful.
It does. It has a lot going on in it. It's awesome.
And like I said, they play that greasy, sleazy, glam, sleaze slash punk energy rock. I love it. So it was great to have them. All right.
They were really interesting.
I want to talk about some events coming up, some really cool events coming up, and then we'll talk about the Torturer and updates on that and such. Now, one of them is Ogre, who is playing at Gas Monkey on the 27th of this month. That's a Monday night. Yeah, at Gas Monkey, it's a Monday night on the 27th. Did you know we were voted the best show to have sex to?
I did not.
Yeah, cool, huh?
It does make sense.
So Ogre was with Skinny Puppy, and his show is coming up at Gas Monkey on the 27th.
Okay.
We
Maybe
also...
Joe could go to that.
Okay, are you working?
I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah.
Gotcha,
That sounds
okay.
really awesome. Sorry.
That's all right. And I want to talk about, so with Ogre coming up, that's on the 27th, Gas Monkey. And there are other events at Gas Monkey that I want to talk about and kind of show the highlight of, or show the event poster for. And then we'll flash over to our website real quick and show some of the events coming up later. Okay, well, there we go. That's corpsepaint.net. And on the left side, you double click, and we've got a radio station playing all damned and solo projects and side projects as well. And then if you scroll down on the same page, this is the opening page, designed by Little Spark Films. Final Call was last week, Labretta Suede, and then coming up, Money Oxymoron from the Damned is next weekend. He is also going to be here with Dale Patterson. I don't have we didn't have a picture of him on the website, but he is that solo picture there, Ziggy with the guy with long hair. Yeah, and very thrilled to have Dale. I talked to him a few days ago. We're all set up for next weekend. His company is Cult Never Dies.
And he's the publishing company, correct?
Yeah, publishing company, and he's a writer for metal
Excited
magazines,
about that.
and has written many books on black metal and extreme metal. So he's based in the UK. Excited to have him, man. Heck yeah. All right, and then I sent also, we got a bunch of pictures. There was one of them that is a poster of Devil Driver. It's a green flyer, a green event poster, and it's a Devil Driver. And guess who's opening for them? There we go. That's at Gas Monkey as well.
Ooh,
Raven Black. You see it down in the bottom. Yeah, so Ginger and then also Raven Black, a guest on our show from a few months ago, and was real thrilled to have them. They did a big tour of the United States, and then they're coming back for a little fall jaunt with Devil Driver.
And it says that's going to be at Gas Monkey too.
Yeah, at Gas
Man,
Monkey.
Gas Monkey's got all the shows right now.
Let me tell you,
Actually, it is. Yeah, it is Gas Monkey season. Whenever we get into the fall,
it's perfect, isn't it?
it is. They always have great shows in the fall.
And then, Ziggy, let's see, there was that one that is Ogre. It's the one that has kind of odd. It has an odd font, and I just want to make sure that we're able to talk about that one as well. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, with special guest Lead Into Gold and Omniflux. So that is on a Monday night, August 27th. I'm really thrilled about this because his new CD is called Tricks, and it is fantastic. Ogre was with Skinny Puppy. This is some great industrial slash dance slash uncategorizable rock.
Sorry, this is really, really awesome that it's Tricks because that is his character in Devil's Carnival.
Oh yeah,
He is the trickster in Devil's Carnival.
what a cool movie. So Tricks is a great release. I don't know. I think he leaned a little more, slightly more
So it's more
commercial.
industrial.
Well, it's just something that kind of has a steady beat. You can definitely get into it, and it doesn't sound to me so quite esoteric as his previous releases, which were sometimes just bizarre noises. But love Ogre. Okay, sorry.
Mike
Yeah,
Patton
we love
does
you.
the odd noises sometimes too. But you know what? Our odd noises are great because they're great to write to. They're great to create to. But I'm interested in this new industrial sound, you said?
I like it a lot. So Tricks by Ogre. All right. And There's a lot of other photos there too, and I don't mind if we just kind of cycle through them right now, of events that we have coming up and events that I attended this past week. There was a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, you were super busy yesterday.
Yeah.
Or all weekend. You've been just going nonstop.
Yesterday was a huge metal day. Huge metal
you went
day.
to two, right? You went to two metal fests, basically, on separate ends of the world.
Yep, one in Fort Worth and one in Dallas. So, so we have a lot of band photos, and this one was like, what was that, Thursday night or Wednesday night? It's a band called Power Glove, I think named after the, right, Ziggy, named after the game?
Well, there is the Nintendo Power Glove was like a peripheral for the consoles that was infamously very shitty.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not good.
This was kind of power metal, and an interesting band with a guy who plays guitar and keyboards at the same time. All right, so let's go to Ridgely Metal Fest. That was on Saturday, and that's Onward We March.
Yeah,
so there's Matt from Onward, and they played a strong, powerful metal set to a good crowd at Ridgely Metal Fest. And that was Saturday. There's another one. There's Matt in action.
I was really surprised that Drowning Pool opened that day.
Drowning Pool.
Yeah, Drowning Pool opened that day. It's just I figured that they would be, on later on at night. But it sounds like they had just such a good list that it's just like, how do you even
I saw Taylor
separate them all?
Did I tell you that?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was playing with Secret of Boris.
Yeah, he was playing with Secret of Boris. Couldn't stick around for them, but talk to him. And
yesterday was a crazy busy day.
We're going to have him on the show later in the fall.
Yes.
Yeah, with Eve too. So
perfect.
All right, so we had one up there of we called it a Metal Fest. It was a great metal night at Wits End last night. Yeah, so there's Electric Vengeance with Carlos on guest vocals, and I took that from the side of the stage. So that's EV. All right, so hop across the street over to Trees, and that's Bit Rot. I freaking love them.
Yeah, I heard about that show.
That was good.
It looks really fun.
That was a really good show. Bit Rot at Trees. They were opening for Juliet K. All right, so we all know Leah Lane, so they were also playing last night. This is at Three Links as well. Now, I know that's a crazy picture. It's my blurry, out-of-focus picture.
Well, I'm sure they move around a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're performing. That's okay.
They did a strong set last night, too, at Three Links, and we'll be back at Three Links tonight for Labretta.
Okay, perfect.
Don't give Satan too much credit, Kelly.
No.
Don't give him the out. It'll only get worse.
Ziggy has used my camera. He knows that. All right. So the powerful Chemicost was at Wits End as well, opening up for Silver Tongue Devil. They and Silver Tongue kind of brought in the night. So yeah, that's Ernie with Chemicost. Like that one?
I do.
Wearing his Rigor Mortis shirt. There's Ernie. All right, so Silver Tongue Devil, there's Craig, bringing the heat.
Friends of the show.
Indeed.
Definitely.
And there's Alex. I know it's kind of a bad picture. So Silver Tongue, you bathed yourself in red light. I don't know, for some reason it didn't work too well with my camera, but I understand. It's totally cool. Craig's got a new podcast too. So.
Oh, perfect.
Hey, so Monty will be here next weekend. Keyboardist with the Damned. He is an interesting guy because of all of the really space rock that he plays, and
I can get down with that.
Definitely cool guy. All right, so Karak Angren is Friday, October 19th at Gas Monkey. This is a show we will be talking about more. Obviously, this is in October. That's going to be a dark carnival right there, and I think we're going to have some extra tickets to give away to that show. More information to follow in future shows.
That'll be exciting.
Goblin is coming up. This is Claudio Simonetti's band playing, and I believe, it says live score performed. So a live score.
Yeah, they're playing it to the movie. I really want to go.
Yeah, so you can see the movie with
it's beautiful.
November 4th, Gas Monkey Live. This is a big one as well. It looks like we will have some giveaways for that too.
Oh, okay.
Totally cool. That's in November.
Yes.
So we'll be talking about those. In Eternum, I've got to finalize that, but they have committed to be on our show. It looks like it'll be late in the month, and we'll work out that. So, hey, we're sponsored.
We're still pretty early on in the month.
We're sponsored by CorpseFactory. Yes, and we love CorpseFactory. CorpseFactory.com.
thank you, by the way. CorpseFactory really is amazing. I actually now have an Ashy Slashy, which I have needed so desperately.
That you ordered from him?
And yes. And I love him so dearly. Actually, he's my movie watching buddy now. He's just been hanging out next to me.
That is
He's really been helping me.
awesome. That is so badass.
Sorry, but they have awesome things. No, he's like the actual like full-blown
Oh.
puppet from the episode of Ash versus the Evil Dead, who's another friend of the show, right?
Bruce Campbell
Yeah,
and Dana.
yeah,
and
yeah,
Dana.
they were awesome. But
a
CorpseFactory,
tolerator
they
of
have
the
amazing
show.
things. A tolerator of the show.
Oh, you talking about
I will
Bruce?
take it.
He's like, yeah, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I think I've been under the impression that he's just generally like that all the time, which also, if you were Bruce Campbell, I'm like, I would probably be that way too. You know, I can't blame him. But CorpseFactory, they have amazing stuff. They, I think that they were going to pull up some dresses. We like clothes.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's
But they
what-
do. They have everything. They have those dolls. They have a
Look
little
at
bit
these
of
skirts.
everything. And
Look-
Janie Slash, like pretty much her entire closet is from CorpseFactory, and she always looks fantastic. Oh, those are nice.
Very nice stuff.
I know. I need clothes for the September.
Pencil skirt, only $36.99. Devil made me do it.
Those are cute.
Hey, there's another website we should talk about, and that is LabrettaSuede.com.
Okay, LabrettaSuede.com.
Our wonderful guests in studio here.
They
And
were so interesting. They were really nice.
They have a great website. It's simple, LabrettaSuede.com.
Okay.
And all kinds of good info there on their tour, on the band itself, on their releases, and yeah, so totally cool. I like their.
I really hope I spelled that right. I've been putting all the websites in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, Labretta with 2 T's.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. New album, Dirty and Dumb. But look,
It's an awesome website too.
we've got 3 of them right here.
Oh,
This
I
is-
know.
I
Yeah,
think
we
this
need
is-
to go back
That's
to
a
the
new album.
giveaway.
This is the new CD. Yeah, big.
So email Satan, right, for the CD and
For the double
7.
pack. Yeah.
Email Satan for the 7-inch and the CD.
But you have to tell me why you love Labretta
Why?
Suede.
And then if you see Satan tonight, he will have this beautiful vinyl with him. So go to the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What number person has to tap you on the shoulder? I don't even remember.
What do you think, Ziggy?
20 million.
Third.
Third. Okay.
Good one.
Ziggy says third.
Third. All right.
Third person to tap Satan on the shoulder at the show tonight gets the super sexy vinyl.
Yeah, we'll be at 3 links. 3 links tonight. All right. So I like their website a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go on to some of the other things, can we show another video of Labretta Suede?
Yeah.
Because everyone
I can't get enough Labretta Suede.
Everyone is freaking wild.
I
Every
was really
video.
digging their music too. So
Good. I'm not sure which one, but just,
This one is going to be called Girls Like Betty.
oh yeah.
Girls like Betty, they tend to stray, and your eyes well up when she leaves you again. 'Cause she's a thrill to be
super fun video.
Girls like Betty. Maybe they'll play that live tonight.
Maybe.
I know. Energetic, fun, great voice.
Seriously, her voice is really, really awesome.
All right, so we talked about Gas Monkey and all the cool events coming up. And like you said, this is their prime time, and I agree. They always bring it in the fall.
Yeah,
all
dude,
summer
they pull
long.
out all the stops. I mean, during the summer, though, it's a little bit more like everything. But I feel like during the fall, I guess because, it's Halloween time, that we get all the metal, we get all the weird stuff. It's really fun.
Yep, Ogre, Karak Ongren playing it in October, and then Goblin in early November.
And I'm sure they're going to be adding a lot more as we get closer.
Yep. So their website is the place to go. Just click on calendar and you'll see everything they've got going. And look at that top show. It's a free show.
Oh, Bluegrass Tribute to Iron Man. That sounds fun.
Hillbilly Orchestra. You know who would like that was Johnny Moondog.
Yeah, he
was
would have
talking
freaking
about
loved that.
So on their calendar, it's
666, the number of the beast.
what is it? GasMonkeyLive.com, I think is what it is. And then click calendar and just scroll down. You will see an abundance of shows that you will love. There's another free show right there, Lone Star 92.5 Bike Night with Big Wig and Lone Star Skinner. Taste of Dallas, Tom Devil and the Wizard. Just a whole bunch. Great stuff coming up. Look at Kiss Army. Call Me Christ. Wait, that's June.
Hold on a minute.
Okay. So that's those are previous shows.
We're going back. Okay.
Those are previous shows.
I was like, that sounds familiar.
Well, they do always have some free ones.
They come down a lot, though. I feel like Comic Crisis comes through a lot, so or maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Yeah, I think they do, like twice a year.
Yeah, that's a lot, though.
That
for,
is good.
For such a large touring band.
All right, here we go. So, is it next Sunday is the Alarm at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, and then the Led Zeppelin tribute band. So,
well, we've been to so many great events at Gas Monkey last year. Deadly Sins performed. That was super, super amazing. You guys opened for Hell's a Poppin'.
yes.
And Joe and I have seen Dick Dale at Gas Monkey. That's super fun.
Very cool. You love that surf rock?
We love surf rock,
Well,
dude.
that's why you love
I know,
Labretta
that's why I
Suede.
was digging
I just
her. I was
right
just
up-
like, yes,
I know.
girl.
Yes.
Get it.
Yes,
Because
agreed.
especially since like that lifestyle that I was explaining to Moondog, like, man, it must be so difficult for y'all to find clothes because they're really expensive. And he said that they own a vintage shop. So what they'll do is they just like kind of like special order stuff in for themselves. And I was like, oh man, that's awesome.
They do.
Living the dream. Yeah.
So Johnny Moondog owns a vintage shop. Very cool.
Yeah. He said he and Labretta Suede own a vintage shop in New York.
And it's in New York. Even better. I thought you were going to say it's in New Zealand. Hey, look, Suicide Girls are coming. UB40, 40th anniversary. UB40.
40.
This is a great ska reggae, white boy reggae, great band. No, they're great. All right, so we were talking about Clyde Barker Cast. They gave you guys a shout out, right? And
they did.
it was all about The Torturer. Now, remind everyone, what is The Torturer?
The Torturer is the short film that Little Spark Films is currently working on. It is written by Paul Kane, who wrote a coffee book entitled The Hellraiser Films and Their Legacy. So he's basically like the foremost expert on Clyde Barker and Hellraiser. And Clyde Barker not only did Hellraiser, he also did Candyman, Nightbreed. He is very, very much so an established horror author. So Paul Kane, we are making a short film for him called The Torture, and it stars Paul T. Taylor, who is the new Pinhead. He's actually based here in Oak Cliff, and he's probably going to be coming onto the show like next month or something. He's been pretty busy. He just came back from England, actually.
Will he
went
have
to England
nails in his
Comic-Con.
head when he...
No.
No.
No. But last week or the week before, he was in Chicago, and there's a group there that takes care. They preserve horror artifacts, and they had bought his new costume.
Oh.
So they actually put him back in it, and you can go to his Paul T. Taylor on Facebook, his page. They have they have the pictures of putting him back in the costume. I'm really wish that I had been able to go, because it sounds pretty amazing to be with him in costume.
And then you've got some friends who do Clive Barker Cast.
Yes,
Which is a regular podcast.
They're a podcast
of all things Clive Barker.
Anything Clive Barker related. It is a never-ending podcast. They've been doing it for several years now. They all live in completely different states. Yep.
Okay, so they highlighted the torturer down there on the bottom. Written by Paul Kane, starring Paul T. Taylor, directed by Joe Manco.
Yes, that's my husband Joe.
So, all right. So, what if we click on this, or what do we do? Do we scroll down for more info here?
You scroll down for more info. Usually, he'll do like a little blog.
There we go. Okay.
Yep. Thank you, Rob. They actually came to Texas Frightmare Weekend. They were here in town, and then I think I mentioned last time
Jose,
that we had
right?
done. Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You scared the crap out of him.
Okay.
You could tell that story, I guess.
I was dressed as a 12-foot demon, and I messed with him because I'd met him earlier just in regular street clothes, and then when I got put on the mask and everything and walked around at Texas Frightmare, he didn't know it was me, but I knew his name and I knew how to pronounce it, so I was messing with him.
He did not know. Yeah.
And so he seemed to enjoy it, so that was good.
Yep. So you followed around one of the Clive Barker Cast guys
Yeah.
dressed as Satan, scaring the crap out of him. He was really confused because I think Joe was with him. But they're really important because they are the reason how we got the torture in the first place. And they're the reason why Paul Kane even contacted Joe in the first place, because we had done the box video for the Sherlock Holmes and the Servants of Hell box. And they took it and they shared it and everything. That was actually Jose doing the voiceover with the as Sherlock Holmes. And yeah, so here we
Jose,
are.
so Jose kind of
I got
put
confused
the
with my
word
story.
into Paul about you guys.
They just shared it. They made a little blog post about it and they shared it, and then Paul really liked it. They called it a book trailer. We didn't even know that book trailers were a thing. Apparently they're like a serious thing. We just thought we were making a commercial teaser for the box itself. I love the idea of book trailers. So yeah, and then Paul Kane contacted us, and Joe was just like, "Sure, let's do it," and here we are.
Very cool. Very cool. So we're the Corpsepaint show based in Dallas. We love to party in Deep Ellum, which we call the entertainment capital of Texas.
It really is, though. I mean, like you just walk around and hang out, and any place that you walk into, you'll have a good time.
Agreed. Look, I was talking to people on the street last night from Ohio, from Missouri, from all over. I mean, we get, I guess, a fair number of tourists now that love Deep Ellum too. So if you live in North Texas, haven't been there, come out tonight to see Labretta Suede.
Well, I used to work at a hotel in downtown Dallas, and people were like, "Where do I go out to drink?" And I'm like, "Go out to Deep Ellum. Just walk around. Just take the hotel shuttle. It costs like $5 or whatever. Go over there, walk around, and just stumble into someplace. Hopefully, you're stumbling into someplace."
Did you know for a while we had like a free shuttle in Deep Ellum?
I think so. We're at the Dart. What was it called? The D-Link.
It was like a tiny little vehicle, but
Oh
it would,
no, I remember that.
but it was motorized and it would sit 8 people or something like. Anyways, you can get from one end of Deep Ellum to the other for free if you just jump on.
No, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. You gotta
You walk around. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta walk. What's terrible is that now that it's so cleaned up, I don't fear for my life when I'm walking without my shoes on. You know, it just doesn't feel the same.
You get when you see Labretta and she's performing with no shoes. I'm thinking to myself, Scott, go ahead and sweep that stage a little bit for her first.
Nah, she fine. For real.
Like Janie Slash, she can just walk on glass.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. But if you're having a good time, you're having a good show, you're fine.
Very good. All right, we love Labretta Suede. We thank him so much for stopping in here. Should we
Yeah,
watch
with all
one
these
more
awesome
video?
prizes.
Yeah, these prizes. So should we watch one more video?
Yeah.
I think
why
we have
not?
one more. Yeah, we have one more. Labretta Suede, and let's just keep it going because we love him.
I'll tell you. Oh, my brother.
mean mouth mama.
That one was my favorite video.
Yes. Hey,
Definitely.
I went and saw Ziggy perform live stand-up last weekend. It was so fun, Ziggy. That was totally fun. It was like open mic and a lot of great talent.
Yeah, dude, how'd it go?
It's good.
I'm glad that someone enjoyed it.
Oh, but well, I mean, you said it was new material, so
Well, it's a bar show, and bar shows are bar shows. People, for the most part, are not very attentive as an audience, so that's the downside.
You have to.
But I got out of it what I wanted to get out of it, which I did some newer stuff. I did some stuff that I haven't done in forever, just to get back in the habit of it. So
right. You're able to get a better feel for your new stuff and
it was
how you're
productive.
gonna
Yeah.
set up. Yeah, yes. Okay, so I say that's very positive then.
Yeah.
Did you
Hey,
get
look.
free drinks or something at least?
No, but I got to play darts.
Oh,
Did,
they should at least give you something for free. At least one free drink or something. Sorry.
so but you're still performing every weekend, right? At Backdoor?
Yes, I perform every Saturday at the Backdoor Comedy Club. Shows at 8 and 10:15.
Saturdays.
Yes.
Yeah. Every Saturday. Backdoor. Backdoor. Comedy
Backdoor.
Club. All right.
Where I will probably be hosting at least one of the shows.
Woo!
Very good. All right. So, Catalina. All right. We were talking about lighting.
You're talking about a certain movie coming up.
Yeah. It's called Slender Man. I don't know if it's going to be good, but we have the trailer. I don't know, man.
think I can tell you.
What? What? Yes or no?
I think it's going to be a steaming pile of shit.
Okay, but so
Okay.
you know what? We'll answer these questions that I have after the
Yeah.
thing.
Let's
I
watch.
guess.
Let's watch
It'll
this,
tell
and then
me.
yeah,
Maybe it won't. I don't know.
our film expert will comment on it, and we'll talk about it in a minute.
Where is my daughter? People don't just disappear.
It gets in your head. Like a virus. It's him.
Okay, so what I got out of that is I think someone got pregnant. Did I miss the point?
Okay. I was going to say, I guess it actually is about those girls who killed their friend because of the
True story,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Like what was it like? I think it was a what is it called? Creepypasta, right? Was it a creepypasta? It was
Yeah.
a creepypasta story, and then the friends got super into it or whatnot, and then they killed their friend.
Well, there's it very quickly
escalated, right?
Well, just the whole phenomenon of Slender Man now has like this very intense lore behind it, and so like in the mythology, you can become what's called a proxy. So essentially, you become an employee of Slender Man on the material plane, and so that's what those two girls were trying to do. Is they were trying to kill their friend to go live with Slender Man as like an offering to him. But it's also like this weird is judgmental. It's also a sex thing. There are a lot of like fan fictions of like proxies and Slender Man having sex.
Well, that's not surprising. That's always going to happen. What is that rule 34, right?
Yeah, that would be the
I know you know.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, and that's the thing that pisses me off about this is there is already an absolutely terrifying movie about Slender Man, and it is just the HBO documentary that they made about that case, because it is like this horrifying.
Yeah, those girls were pretty like messed up, and like it ruined their whole community. And in all seriousness, and it kind of looks like it's just because these kids were having a hard time understanding between reality and
Well, that's what ends up coming out in the documentary. Is one of them was her father had a history of schizophrenia, and so she began to experience the symptoms. Like she reached the age where schizophrenia started actually affecting her.
Yeah, because it does. It can happen in your teen years, and usually your young adulthood.
It had this split that just exacerbated
the whole issue,
inability to determine fiction from reality.
Oh, apparently they almost killed her. She survived.
Yes, they stabbed her, I think, 17 times or something, and then she survived.
Poor thing. Oh my gosh.
So, how was the lighting?
I was not a fan of that whole trailer. It was severely underwhelming. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll watch it one day when I have nothing else to do.
In other words, it
didn't
convince you to go out and seek this movie.
I'm not going to go out and see it. No.
He gets into your head like a virus. I don't know. I guess that
it's
line's
just
okay.
a creepy pasta. I mean, like that's the thing. There's so many other good creepy pastas out there. I mean, my personal favorite is Abandoned by Disney. Like as soon as I read that one, I told Joe, "You need to read this now." it's the abandoned Disney theme park. No, you don't know what I'm talking. No, Ziggy doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
No, give us a brief overview.
That's pretty much it. It's an abandoned Disney theme park, and you're going through the theme park. I know that doesn't sound scary at all, but you get like so pulled into it with the way that they wrote it. It's really, really good. I think it's like as a journal entry or something, and then it just kind of gets like progressively more unnerving. I wouldn't even say that it's scary. It's just like really creepy, unnerving.
Well, and it sounds like it plays on the tropes of like urban exploration.
Yes,
and
it's an urban exploration thing.
Bases.
Right. And then of course they have Channel Zero, and Channel Zero did Candle Cove, which was my favorite. Abandoned by Disney and Candle Cove were my favorite. And then I liked that season of Candle Cove. It's on Sci-Fi. Actually, they just added it to Shudder. They just literally just added it to Shudder. Finally, Candle Cove.
It's a movie?
It's a series. It's a series based off of creepypastas.
All right.
Yeah, and Candle Cove is a really, really good one. It's all about this like children's puppet show that everyone remembers watching, but no one can find any proof that it existed, like at all.
Oh.
And all the parents say, "Oh yeah, I don't know why I used to love that show so much because you would just turn on the TV and leave it on static." But all these kids have specific memories of specific episodes. And so it's a series about your memories of these episodes.
Which is also very much drawing from the fiction of Thomas Ligotti. Thomas Ligotti has, I think it's called Roadside Carnivals, is this very disturbing short story that plays on a similar trope.
I need to read that. That sounds like something that I would like.
Yeah, Thomas Ligotti is pretty amazing.
Okay.
Well, then I'm glad you guys are appreciative of the fact that, sometimes the best world to jump into is books. And that's what we have. Books. That's what we have next week. Dale Patterson is an author of fantastic historical and present day, and what's in the future about black metal, extreme metal, sinister metal. His company, publishing house, is called Cult
And
Never
metal
Dies.
has a long history.
Well, he focuses
really get
on
into.
black history, but really a black metal history, and it really started
That in and of
in
itself is going to be a long history, though.
Sure. So he'll be on our show next weekend on Sunday, and Monty, we'll put Monty on as the first guest. Yeah, put Monty on as first guest. He's talking to us from the UK, and of course he's a current member of the Damned. Talk about playing the keyboards for the Damned, craziness that you see with the Damned.
I'm
and
excited to hear some fun stories.
what's up with the Damned. Monty is a cool guy. I want to talk to him about space rock and psychedelic rock and festivals
I love
and
psychedelic things.
the music of the UK at the moment. So, heck yeah.
I will come prepared.
What else going on in Catalina's world? What? All right. So, Torturer, I know the fundraiser continues for that.
Yeah, we have 12 or 13 days left. Actually, our good friend Loki is going to be taking over the torturer page for the next week or so, because we've got some stuff going on. So thank you, Loki, because yeah, seriously, he's awesome. What else about the torture? It was really weird because our car wasn't working, so my brother had to drive me, and then he took me to that weird Mexican joint that, remember, we sat next to the Virgin Mary.
Oh,
and it was
right.
really creepy. I guess it shouldn't have been creepy, but it was. And so he was asking me about the torture, and then I just told him like the entire story, and he was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "I know. I'm sorry that it was just such a ridiculously long, verbose story, but it really was that much of a roller coaster for us." I'm very, very excited for the torture, and it is going to get made no matter what. Like, even, I mean, like,
Yeah.
we're doing pretty well, and we've had a lot of donations so far, but we still need to at least get our special effects person. He needs to at least be secured.
Yeah. But you've got a cast, and you've got Paul T. Taylor, who is the Hellraiser, who was the who is Hellraiser.
Yeah,
in
he's the new
Judgment.
Pinhead.
The new Pinhead in
Judgment.
Hey, can I take a minute before we sign off to point out our cool donate page, which is on corpsepaint.net, and we have a tab at the top, and it just says donate. So please send us $1 or $2. We would appreciate it. As Labretta was talking about,
Oh, yeah,
we
she
don't
was
do
She was
this.
really appreciative of this space.
We don't do this in our home. We do this at a professional studio with great lighting, cameras, and the expertise of engineer Ziggy over there. So that donate page, man, we invite you to visit it and consider that, please. We pay for this studio and all of everything just out of our own pocket, so it does help. Appreciate it so much. All right, Catalina, thank you, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, next week for the publisher and Monty.
And Monty, right. So, yeah, two good things. It's all about punk and metal and extreme metal.
Actually, we did forget something that's really important that's happening next Saturday.
Oh, are you talking about the... Yes. Oh, of course. So, Flesh Grinder from the band Crop Dust is having his big birthday bash at Wits End. We've been talking about Wits End on this episode.
Oh,
and,
always.
Yes, indeed. And,
Love those guys.
So, it will be combined with the Deadly Sins burlesque show. So,
We're doing a special, smaller show.
1 hour show
And
to
it's
open up
going
for
to
the bands.
be tailored for the metal.
There it
For
is.
the metal band. It's going to be a night of awesome, fun craziness.
For only $5.
For only $5. I know, yeah.
You see
get
burlesque.
burlesque and 2 bands. Like, come on.
Two great bands.
Yes.
That go great together.
They do.
Everything's great.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
We are a team. Yay.
So that is coming up, yeah. And then the all right. So the Water Balloon Wars.
And the Water Balloon Wars got moved.
Yeah, it was supposed to be today, but due to weather, it's going to be next Sunday. Do I have that right? Yeah,
yes,
next
yes,
Sunday.
it's going to be next Sunday. And I believe the link to buy tickets and everything is still up. Right? The link to buy the tickets is still up, and you can swing by Wits End and a few other Deep Ellum establishments to get the code
For a reduced price.
for the reduced price. Yeah.
Well, we highly encourage you to buy tickets for Water Balloon Wars, which is
Yeah, I'm
next
excited.
Sunday. So, yeah. Okay, so that is an
That's
absolutely
it.
fantastic.
Those two were important.
Yeah, thank you. Fantastic fundraiser, Water Balloon Wars for Foundation 45. And hello to Frankie, if you're listening, and we
They're
definitely
actually
want people
performing right now.
to go to Water Balloon Wars and buy tickets for us. So. Thank you, Ziggy, for everything, man. Really appreciate you. Thank you, Catalina. Thank you to Labretta Suede and Johnny Moondog. See them tonight at 3 Links in Deep Ellum, August 12th. You got to be there. You guys, will see you next week. Yeah, the Corpsepaint Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas Frightmare Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs the whole time.
Sure. I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stopping down
want to wag their finger at me for being Satan.
The Corpsepaint Show rules!